perhaps the greatest lesson in today's gospel has to do with gratitude. And that's the message that Damon Myers, our next St. James storyteller, wants to convey. Families come in all shapes and sizes, but there are two things that hold families together, certainly love and gratitude. Now, I know you will recognize Damon and his beloved husband, Efrem. And the thing that makes this charming couple so remarkable, in my opinion, is their intense devotion to their mothers, Latrell and Ma, as we like to call her. Here is their story of gratitude.
Even before we moved here, my mother was living here, and we would visit on a regular basis, and it was the music. It was special concerts like Compline or special early music concerts that originally drew us here. My mother was so surprised when Efrem and I told her that we were going to move to Lancaster. She had no idea. She never in a million years would have dreamed that, because we were very happy tucked away in Brooklyn, New York. We were led here for some reason, and it has been a real gift to be able to be a family unit again.
So when we first attend Mass here in St. James, we always felt the warmth and the love of the people around St. James. Our connection deepened when we had a time in our lives when we had some uncertainty, and we came here for peace, but we not only found peace, but we also found something more than that. The family that we have here now at St. James, it's our home basically here in Lancaster.
It was important that we be in a church that accepted us as a couple, and they didn't feel forced. And it doesn't feel forced here. It's a very natural environment for us, and we're very comfortable and happy here.
My parents moved here from the Philippines, and I wanted them to experience the same warmth that we had experienced. And when my father passed away, I felt so relieved that my mother has a church to turn to.
Time, talent, and treasure. I do think all of those are important. The treasure piece is something that can be sensitive for people, but it's so important because it enables the rest of the work. It enables our beautiful church, our music, our other ministries. I'm involved in Mission and Justice. A lot of the things that we do, we couldn't do without a little treasure. And the same is true for my Altar Guild service. We can't have a communion without a little treasure to buy the wine and the bread, can we?
What I've always, felt is that we have been very grateful and we have been very blessed. I always think of it that, finances is basically like a manure. It's not useful if it's not spread out evenly. So that's a way of us as a family to spread the love and to share it with everyone else.
I get warm and fuzzies when I think about our ministries here. There's a lot going on. There's a little bit of something for everyone. Everything from the music to the contemplative practices to just the beauty of our services.
St. James is basically our family. It's the extension of our family, and we want to support them and we want them to thrive, and we want to share to the community that, this is a church that cares for the people.
It's a very proud feeling that I have when I think about all of the things that we do. It's a small and mighty little corner church in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and we're doing great things.
And that is what love looks like. In the past, we have asked you for your commitment of time, a commitment of your talent, but now we're asking for a commitment of your treasure. Now, this kind of treasure, a pledge, which is really a promise, is different than the money you put in an offering plate, because this promise will enable not just this congregation, but the members of vestry in 2026 to make long-range plans for St. James Episcopal Church. So you've given of your time, you've given of your talent, and now let's see what you can do with your treasure.